Good afternoon, folks. This is Marius from mariuslandman.com and from the Twitter handle landm_Marius. Today is 25 September 2018, and this is report number 63. In today's report, we're going to discuss Bitcoin and altcoin price direction. We're going to have a look at the Litecoin chart, and we look at the exit and entry plan for you. Excuse me just for a second. Okay. Now, before I get started, let me just show you this big view picture, especially for the new people who signed up as new members or new subscribers to Bitcoin Trend and Forecast. The overall big view picture is that here in December we reached a high of about $20,000 and the market came all the way down here, and you can see what it's creating is a low and a high, low, high, low, high. And this is what Bitcoin continuously does, guys. Our objective here is to get you out at that high point and then to give you this low point again. At this point, I think you can go to report number 15, 13 or 15. At this point, we told our subscribers to sell at 11,700. And yeah, the low point again, I think it was about $5,000. We told our subscribers to enter again. And this is what we do. We sell high, we buy low. And as this wedge comes down right here to the point, we expect a breakout here. And again, the purpose of this report is to give you the potential high point, which we have identified as about 3, 4, or 5 October. And then see that red line there? That is the red line where the market is going to come down in October. And this is why we call October the dead month October. You don't want to be in the market at that point, or what you want to do is to minimize your risk. Now let's quickly get into this. Overall, Bitcoin formed a falling wedge, a bullish indicator, just for those new people who come on board now, and you can see that is the wedge. It's normally a bullish indicator with leg 8 that actually normally breaks out. And this is exactly what happened. And now this is where Bitcoin is finding itself now today on 25 September 2018. Now see this red and see this blue line resistance. I want you to focus on that because as we go through, I'm going to show you the significance of this blue line resistance and this red line resistance. Okay, cool. Now, the two charts that I've put up here is basically a zoom in. So if we zoom into this blue band here in that area here, this is what you see here. Okay, so we zoomed in there. Siri wants to talk to us as well. Go quiet, Siri. Okay, so we are zooming into this area here where we have identified the 8-day trend, and then I took that snapshot and created a little bit more in detail definition here with this chart, so we can see day 1, 2, here in the bottom 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, day 8 is basically the 3rd and 4th October, and that is where we say the market is potentially going to come down. Now, let's see what we've identified here. In this close-up view for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is currently trading at 6392 as I write this report. 24-25 September sets the date where Bitcoin will move upwards for the next 8 days before an early October drop. Bitcoin is expected to move upwards towards 7386 range with a max price range of between 8400 and 9028. Closer to the time, we will have more detail on the exact top. But we expect Bitcoin to break to 6615 through that red resistance line. See here, we've identified that on the chart there. And as it breaks through that resistance line there, it is going to come up into that blue line next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We do not rule out a premature uptrend or breakout. However, we expect the date of 3 October and perhaps 4 October as well to be the higher point date for Bitcoin and all altcoins. Basically, what I'm saying there at that point is when you need to reconsider minimizing your risk, your exposure to risk for your cryptocurrencies. The month of October will be remembered as a dead month October, with Bitcoin pushing to one final low. And that is why we said at that final low, Bitcoin will be reborn. And what's coming next, guys, is going to be epic. It's going to stun the world. We see Bitcoin breaking down all the way here into November of the following month, the first week of November, before then turns up and goes all the way up in December and January. But also be aware that in December we are going to have a high point and we're going to have a sharp drop. But again, exactly how we exactly how we have identified the next 8 days to be a top, we are going to warn you of the incoming top in December as well. What we're saying now is that we are going to have a top here on number 3 or 4 October. Bitcoin data indicate we first must have a 3-day uptrend. So we are looking from here to there. See that little pink line there? Somewhere around here, closer to the end of day 6, 7, and 8. That is where we must have a Bitcoin uptrend, a push up. And this is why we say that the target for Bitcoin to be reached, regardless of where we are going to be on the 3rd and 4th of October, that will be the high point. And that is the point where we need to minimize our exposure to different altcoins. Once we see the 3-day rally or price jump, okay, it could literally be a price jump for three days, we then could see the drop. Now, more on this to come in future reports. So go through that report. The 3rd of October is suggested safer exit date, and closer to this date, we will provide further detail. Okay, then Litecoin. The Litecoin chart has not really changed much in the sense that we've taken that $85 and we said that that could be a lower point now to around $72. But the price direction remains the same into 3 October, where we're going to have a high point in Litecoin, and then the market is going to come down potentially down to about 48 here in the first week of November, and then we could potentially see that big rise in December with a drop in December, then a big rise in January. So that is still expected. Litecoin is one of the most amazing coins. It's something that you want to accumulate and have a small percentage of your portfolio in Litecoin. You'll also notice this is really important here. Institutional investors are accumulating Litecoin in secret. That's why there is no credible news in the mainstream media and on social media for Litecoin. Have you realized that there's no news about Litecoin? No bad news, no good news. The media is suppressing it while they in secret are buying Litecoin. Stacks and stacks of Litecoin. It's a coin that's going to be one of the most sought after coins in the world. Okay, so let's get down to your safe zone exit and entry plan. At the moment, what we are saying is there are two entries. You can enter at this level here, which is a moderate risk at 6450. We expect the market to go upwards. And then if the market were to drop lower than 6213, that is the lowest bottom point. At that point, if the market breaks 6213, I will consider selling all my cryptos and get out of the market. However, at this point, we do not expect it, but it's also a possibility that we need to think about, because of the fact that prices are suppressed, it's manipulated. Although we can predict a price and say this is where we expect, according to past data, this is where Bitcoin will go. We cannot predict what people will do that want to manipulate and destroy the markets. But I tell you what, guys, at one point, let's just quickly get up here to this chart here without going into too much detail. Here, at this point, when the market starts going down here, the elite is going to lose control. And the reason is very simple. I'm going to try and explain it very simple. There's 21 million Bitcoins in the world. 10 million people that own 2 Bitcoins each can control the entire world market for Bitcoin. Now, the elite sits with thousands and thousands of Bitcoins. For them to bring the price down, they must sell their Bitcoin at a lower price than what it is now. As soon as they do this, and we notice this, as soon as they start selling Bitcoin at a lower price, the public, you and me, we are buying that up. And we are looking for cheaper prices in Bitcoin, and we buy it and buy it and buy it as soon as they release it. Now, they are running out of cryptos, out of Bitcoin cryptos, or Bitcoins basically. The more they sell, the less they have. Because what happens now is if they want those coins, they have to go and buy them back at a higher rate. What they are realizing is that they are losing control. They don't have the same amount of Bitcoins that they used to have. And when they're going to drop this market here in October, they are going to sell a huge amount of Bitcoin, thinking that they can drop the market to $4 or $3 or $2 or $1,000. It's not going to happen. The market is going to be so strong because, as I say, we are 6 or 7 billion people on Earth. Only 10 million people can control the entire world market for Bitcoin if you only own 2 Bitcoins. And this is a scary thought. So the elite is going to lose stacks and stacks of their Bitcoins. They're going to lose control, and the market is going to turn around here at the end of October, beginning November. It's going to slowly go up, and in December we're going to have a breakout event going into January. So keep that in mind, but more on that to come. We've got that all worked out more or less. We're working on the data to bring that to you and to give you more accurate data. So go through this entry and exit plan here again. And remember, when we say not applicable, NA stands for not applicable. I would not sell Litecoin at this moment. It's very dodgy. It's at a low price. It's a price that you really want to accumulate. But if Bitcoin drops below 61.3, that is perhaps a point that we need to consider to not perhaps sell all your cryptos, but start selling in 25, 20, 15% increments. So again, guys, keep this information private for the premium members. If you are new, if you are a new subscriber, make sure that you click on this link here and go and add yourself to the Telegram for premium members. And if you are not a premium member, please click here and just become one. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram private, YouTube, and Facebook. Facebook is not really that of a great site anymore. We don't post a lot of information there simply because whenever we post something, Facebook takes these posts off, and they just don't want us to post anything about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. But nonetheless, we still use it, but we post most of our information here on Telegram for premium members because it's unregulated and we can post whatever we want there. So guys, yeah, this is report number 63. The price direction is upwards in our opinion. So good luck, have a great day, talk to you soon.